Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Victor Huerta, and on today's real estate show, are you looking to buy a home in Arizona? Well, I got some tips and some facts for you if you're thinking about buying a house in Arizona. And this is going to be a great video, very informative video for you if you're thinking about purchasing a house here in Arizona. There's a lot of moving parts going on. There's a lot of changes happening. So with that being said, let's go.
This is where they go for the real estate info. I'm here to lead and help you succeed. One thing that you'll learn about me is I'm on a mission to get the knowledge to the world when making decisions in buying and selling real estate.
Victor Huerta.
Remember my name.
Hey, so welcome back. If you have not done so, click that subscribe button and that like button and share this video with somebody who's thinking about maybe either buying, selling, or investing in some real estate, because you got to be mindful when you're thinking about making that move. Now, in this video, I'm going to bring you just the straight truth, right? It is the straight truth, just like I do on this channel all the time, is to help you if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. You got to be mindful on what you are doing. So with that being said, we're going to get into some three topics, but there's a lot of subcategory topics that we're going to talk about here. Is know the market inventory, okay? Why you need to get pre-approved and not pre-qualified. Yes, there is a big difference. And then also is writing a solid offer, okay? So I'm going to share, I'm not going to share, I'm going to just give you some data inputs on this screen as far as knowing the market inventory. Okay, so tip number one is knowing the market's inventory. Okay, and that means that you got to get ready. Okay, you got to be ready and you got to stay ready. Now, what I mean by getting ready is you got to understand what kind of market we are in. Okay, are we in a seller's market? Are we in a buyer's market? Or are we in a neutral market? And what I mean by that is the entire Maricopa County, Phoenix as a whole. Right now we are in high sellers markets, okay? So you gotta get ready to understand that. Now you gotta be ready and then you gotta stay ready. So what I mean by knowing the market, and I keep on looking at the screen is because I have some notes here for you guys that I'm actually giving to you, is I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna just, this is the MLS system, what I'm looking at on my screen, and you can't see that. But what I mean by get ready, be ready, and stay ready is if we look in the town of Chandler, okay, with all things being equal as far as 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, single family home, you only have 203 homes available to purchase, okay? And the lowest list price, okay, the lowest price home in Chandler right now is $260,000. That is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath with 1,071 square feet. Okay, so you have to, be ready. You have to stay ready, and you have to get ready and know the markets. Now that is Chandler. So what I mean by knowing the market is you have to get with your agent and show and let them present you and show you what kind of houses are available in your current market. Okay, so you have to be ready mentally. Okay, you have to stay ready when your house comes on the market and you want to go look at it and put an offer. You got to just go. Okay, and then you have to continue to be ready as well and stay ready, is because you're probably not going to get the first house. Okay, you're going to get overbidded. I can promise you that. Right now we are seeing 7 to 10 offers on each of the listings that we have, especially if you're in hot markets like Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Levine. I mean, it's just all over across the valley. Multiple offers. You're going to have to beat out multiple offers. So with that being said, is tip number one is you have to get ready, okay, mentally, okay? You have to be ready. Is once that house comes on the market, you need to go, okay? And then you need to stay ready. And staying ready means that you're gonna lose a couple homes. Okay, I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. You're gonna lose a couple homes unless you come in very, very strong on your first offer and you really, really want that house. Okay, for tip number two, if you're looking to buy a home in Arizona, is there's a difference of being pre-qualified and being pre-approved. Okay, anybody can get pre-qualified. You can go online on any mortgage site, put your information, they ask you a couple questions. Oh, you're pre-qualified up to 350,000. Okay, you get excited, you tell your agents, hey, I am pre-qualified up to 350,000. Your agent says, oh, really? Like, where did you get that figure from? Well, I went online to Quicken Mortgage or Rockin' Mortgage, and I put my information. They said I'm pre-qualified for 350,000. Okay, anybody can do that. I can do that as a real estate agent as well. What you want to do is get pre-approved. Okay, that means that you got to send all your documents to that mortgage lender. If it's a lender that your agent is using in their business, it's called a preferred lender. That is probably the best way to go. If you're using one of those online sites as Rocket Mortgage or anything like that, you're gonna get somebody from a different state. They don't know your income, they don't have your W-2s, they don't have your pay stubs, they don't have your bank statements. They might have pulled your credits, but they don't even know how much income you are actually making. Okay, they have to do a verification of an employment, which is called a VOE. There's a lot of stuff to get pre-approved, but what's the difference is anybody can get pre-qualified. Okay, you go searching for a house at 350,000. Okay, you submit your offer, and then you finally upload all your documents to that lender, which is Rocket Mortgage, or it could be a lender here in Arizona. And then they come back and they say, well, unfortunately, Victor, you're only pre-qualified up to 280,000. Well, you've already had your offer accepted by the seller. You've made your agent work for you to get you that property. Now you're disappointed because your list of homes that you loved at 350,000 just went down to 280. And now you're on the market for a property at max price $280,000. Well, as I just showed you in Chandler, there's only a house for 260,000, and that's 1,000 square feet. So you went from 2,000 square feet to 1,000 square feet. So that's the biggest difference, is getting pre-approved and being pre-qualified. Is when you get pre-approved, is the underwriter has all the facts. Okay, they know your darkest secrets, right? They have your debt to income ratio, they know your credit score, they have your income, they have your savings statements, they have your bank statements, they know everything about you financially. Now, only the underwriter and the lender knows this. Your real estate agent is not going to know this information. Okay, that is not disclosed to them. All that is disclosed to me as your agent is what you are pre-qualified. What is the max amount that you can go up to as far as a house value? That's all that matters to me. Okay, then we sit down and we look at the map, we look at what's for sale, and then we go from there. Like, okay, you thought you were pre-qualified up to 350,000. Unfortunately, you're at 300,000. So these are the homes available in the area that you want to live for 300,000. It's going to take a little bit more time to get pre-approved, but in the long run, your offer is going to be stronger, because when we submit that offer, okay, I write a little email like, my buyer is not pre-qualified. They are pre-approved by the underwriter. So when other buyers are putting their offers in and they're saying they're pre-qualified, which one looks stronger? Pre-qualified or pre-approved? All right, so to touch base on that as well, is when we submit your offer and we tell that selling agent like, hey, my client has been pre-approved, that selling agent goes back to the seller and says, hey, this buyer right here has been pre-approved, meaning that there is no hiccups on their financing. The underwriter has seen everything on their file. They have everything on their file. This other offer is pre-qualified. We don't know what's going to happen financially here. Okay, so that's the difference when you present your offer and that selling agent that's representing the seller presents the offers, is you're going to be very, very solid and in the run in getting the house that you want, especially in the seller's market here in Arizona. Okay, folks, so we are at tip number 3 if you're looking to buy a home in Arizona, and this is gonna come down to your offer. Okay, now that you've gotten ready, okay, you are being ready, you are staying ready, you are pre-approved and not pre-qualified, it's gonna come down to the offer. Okay, now in a seller's market that we're in right now, you're going to have to make fast decisions. And it's not that your agent or myself is pushing you, it is just that the market that we are in. Once a house hits the market, you will see a line of buyers outside. I'm not kidding you. I was just in Levine showing a property to my clients, and there was 5 cars just lined up. Buyers were in a line waiting to access, switching the key from agent to agent, and they were going in to look at the property. Okay, so you're gonna have to make a fast decision. Now I'm gonna get into some real quick tips here, and if you're working with an agent, if you see these tips, they probably seen my video and they're probably gonna snag some of these, and I'm okay with it. I'm here to help out not only buyers and sellers, but other agents as well who are trying to make a living here in Arizona as well. Now, what I tell my buyers is if they're okay with it, what you wanna do is you wanna shoot a video, okay? Shoot a video to the seller, and you wanna say like, hey, why I really need this house, why I really love this house, why am I gonna take care of your house? You need to point out some facts and show some empathy, okay? And try to connect with the seller and the selling agent and be like, hey, I really love this house. You know, I've been searching for a while. I've been beating out. You know, you could talk about your kids moving into the school district, how you love the location, how it's close to work, anything. And that video, you need it to be between 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, that is it, 30 seconds to a minute. What I would do is I would get that video, submit it with your offer, and make sure that they present that to the seller. It works almost 99% of the time. Okay, the other thing is if you're not okay with doing a video, okay, what you can do is snap a photo, okay, and then write a letter using the same methodology as the video, type it up, okay, while we're working on the offer, put your picture, and what you want to do is when you want that house or you love that house, what we will do is we'll snap a picture in front of the house, type a letter on the same facts, why you need this house, why you love the house, why you're gonna take care of the house, how you know you plan on living there for a long period of time and raising your family, or if you don't have a family that you just love the location, it's a great fit for your work, transportation, etc. But you want to show some empathy to the seller and the selling agent, like, hey, I really love this house. Not only am I pre-approved, I've seen the house and I truly love the house. Okay, so those are things that don't even have to do with your offer. As you can see, is we're not even in writing the offer. So now let's get into writing the offer if you're thinking about buying a house here in Arizona. Okay, so let me look at my notes here just to make sure I'm covering everything. Yes, I am. Okay, so right now, all offers on any house right now, depending on how it looks and feels in a location, is going to be at asking price. So if a house is listed at $300,000, you're gonna have to write a contract at $300,000 or above. Okay, most properties under $400,000 are going over asking price because it is a bidding war. Okay, if you need closing cost help, aka seller concessions, you're going to be above that asking price. And I'm just sorry, there is no negotiation. If a house is listed at $300,000 and you're asking for seller concessions for $5,000 or $6,000, you're going to have to be at $306,000 because the seller is reducing their equity if they're giving you closing cost help. They have to pay for their title fees, they have to pay for commissions, and then you're asking for closing costs, and then you're trying to negotiate a $300,000 house and try to offer $295, $290. That is not going to work. That is not going to work, okay? So you're going to have to be at asking price or above asking price, and all my contracts are actually above asking price right now. If you're looking for a deal, Arizona is not the place for you to buy a house. Once again, if you're looking for a deal, Arizona is not the place to buy your house. And I'm just giving you the facts and giving you the raw data here in Arizona. Okay, so this is how we're actually structuring our contracts, okay? So we have a house for $326,000 for sale. Our buyer needs seller concessions, closing costs help for like $5,000. So we're going over the asking price, okay? Now, you're saying like, well, I don't want to go that much. Well, you know what? If you really love the house, you're going to have to do that. It's only going to be an extra, maybe 30 bucks extra on your payments, okay? So just think about it. Are you really going to lose the house for $30? The house that you truly love? Another thing is we are still getting seller concessions, okay? we are getting the full amount of seller concessions. So that helps you with your closing costs to keep money in your pocket. So when you move into the house, you can do the kind of upgrades you need or buy the stuff that you need when you move into the house. We are still receiving the washer, dryer, and fridge if it's available. Okay, if it's not in the house, it is not available. If it's the new washer and dryers, you're not going to get those because that seller is taking that washer, dryer, and fridge to their new place. Okay, we are still getting the home warranty though, a home warranty up to $550. We are still getting those items. So we're still getting seller concessions and a home warranty. Now, repairs. In the state of Arizona, that contract states that you're buying the property as is. So after you do the inspection of the property, if we get the report and it's bad, like it needs a roof, etc., you're buying the property as is. Now, the seller, we can submit those items to the seller and be like, hey, this is what's wrong with the house. Will you repair these items? Some of the sellers will come back and say, yes, we'll repair the items. Some of the sellers will be like, we know it's the seller's market. We are not going to do a damn thing. Good luck. That's just the truth. That's what's happening here in Arizona. But most of the time is we submit the package, okay, after the inspection. It's called the buyer's inspection, notice to seller. Okay, you get the inspection done. You submit the items that you want repaired. And then the seller comes back and says yes. And they are saying yes to our top 5 items. The top 5 items I always tell my clients is AC. If the AC needs to be tuned up, AC, roof tiles. We always see cracked roof tiles in Arizona. Okay, garbage disposal. They're always seeing some issues with garbage disposal and electrical work. Okay, I would do electrical work and then garbage disposal. And then the 5th item would be something, you know, that you truly need or want or etc. The water heater, something that's a little bit more expensive, right? So you want to pick your top 5 items. But remember, when you go into the property, right now in the seller's market and the way the purchase contract sits in Arizona, you're buying the property as is, okay? But we are still seeing either 1, the repairs being all completed, or number 2, that purchase price is coming down and they're giving you a credit off the price. Now, when they say credit, that means that you're not getting cash at closing, okay? We can do that a different way, but when they mean credits, that means that if you're buying a house at $356,000 and they're giving you a credit for the repairs, they'll get quotes and invoices. Well, now you're down to $350,000, so you got a little discount on the price. But when you move in the property, you're still gonna have to fix those repairs. So you gotta take, you gotta look at it in the scale. Do I want the discount or do I want them to do the repairs? It's gonna be up to you if you have a handyman person, or if you're a handy woman person, or if you can hire somebody, or if you want the seller to repair those items. That's a different conversation, but that is what we're seeing in our contracts right now. So we're just in a seller's market right now, and unfortunately that's how it is right now, and that's how it's gonna be probably moving forward all the way through 2020. And with that being said, once again, I am Victor Huerta, a local real estate agent here in Phoenix, Arizona. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and that bell to get notified once we drop the latest video. I mean, we are just bringing some honest truth, home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix real estate market, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. We will see you on the next video. If you have any questions, email me at victor@freeagentproperties.com. Again, that email address is victor@freeagentproperties.com, where we release new videos each week on home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix housing market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We will talk to you soon.